back to Teach English Now. With you, Nargiza Khan from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Today, we will speak about IELTS, accents, and how to succeed in listening and speaking parts. I hope that this lesson will give you a general view of what to do and what not to do during the test. Many people around the world take an IELTS exam for entering to the university, studying abroad, or migrating into another country. For these purposes, there are two types of IELTS, academic and general. A lot of candidates hesitate where to take IELTS, in British Council or in IDP. Actually, British Council is from the United Kingdom and IDP is from Australia. But the head of these two organizations is Cambridge Assessment, which is situated in Britain. In my opinion, it is fair because English was spread throughout the world from this country, and we can say that this country is motherland of English. So don't worry, wherever you take the test, you will be assessed the same. Only your test place and payment fee may differ. Remember, British Council is more expensive than IDP. Before preparing for the International English Language Testing System, you should improve your general English because IELTS just identifies your language proficiency. To get a higher score, your level must be high. A good grammar and vocabulary is essential. There are so many books and applications for learning English. Roundup is good for younger learners. Books like Solutions, Inside Out, Straightforward, Headway are divided by levels from beginner to advanced. So if your level is C1, you will get best score 7 or even higher. IELTS consists of 4 components. There are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. In reading and listening, you get information, while in listening and speaking, you give information on your own. Whereas in reading and writing, you can see the language with the help of the letters. In listening, you will understand the speech, and in speaking, you will produce the language with the help of your own voice. While this process, you may face different accents. Now you are listening to my lovely Uzbek accent. Yes, I'm an English teacher and I try to imitate British accent, but it is hard for me because my native language interferes how I pronounce sounds in English. Nevertheless, I'm not ashamed of it because it is the part of my heritage. So if you have an accent, don't be ashamed, okay? There are more than 3,000 languages in the world. It's believed that Turkish language is the softest and German language is the hardest to pronounce. Chinese language has a number of sounds that are produced in the back of the throat. For example, let's say ni hao. Yes, good. Whereas English language has a number of sounds which are produced more towards the front. For example, hello. Can you say? Good morning. Repeat after me. Good morning. Can you see the difference? When you listen to IELTS listening, you will hear a number of recordings where people all around the world speak English. It can be a conversation between university professor and international students, which can be Indian, Korean, French, Spanish, and so forth. And they definitely will have different accents. Your task is to understand their speech and find correct answers. For this purpose, I highly recommend you listening to podcasts. I will provide you with necessary sources during this lesson. We spoke about listening, and now let's move to speaking part. Everything in life tends to change, even this test. Telling the truth, I took an IELTS about 7 years ago, and at that time, candidates used to learn idioms, metaphors, metonymies, and proverbs. It was essential to show lexical resource. I remember that in part 2, the topic was about hospitality, and part 3 questions followed this theme. I don't know how, but I managed to use a piece of cake and when pigs fly. But now the evaluation form has changed. Whilst it's not prohibited using idioms and metaphors, hence candidates should speak naturally, pay attention to communicative functions of speech and social meaning. They should give an idea and example. Idea, example. By this way, they must answer the questions. Moreover, there must be a coherence and cohesion.